All right, everybody. Welcome to the first day of e-learning. This is a presentation that's going to go over our lesson for today, but before we start the lesson, we have to go over some ground rules for EDSB and when to post and how to post and where to post. So be sure to remember these rules because they are important for our success. When you're posting in EDSB, be sure that you are in the right class when you're posting. They are marked green group and blue group, just like how we marked you guys in school. So my morning group would be the green group. Miss Cooper's morning group is the blue group. You remember that by how your basket colors were in your desk. Here's an example of how that looks. So it looks like it says blue group ELA, click here, green group ELA, click here. So make sure that when you're posting in the right class. If you need to get in touch with me, you have a question, you're not sure how to post something, please make sure that you're using the messaging feature, which is located here, and not posting on the class page feed, okay? It's that little envelope on the top left corner of your page. Please make sure you're sending me a message directly and not posting on the class page feed because that's saved for information that I'm giving you or assessments that you need to fill out or journal entries that you need to create. It's not for messaging. With that being said, we can go ahead and get started with our scientific text lesson. So this week we are going to be reading a scientific text from a Mayan book called From Seed to Pine Tree. So you're going to be able to go on to Mayan. Oh my gosh, my dog is barking. I'm sorry, guys. It's fun working and learning from home, isn't it? Okay, back to scientific text. So we're going to be reading this book on Mayan called From Seed to Pine Tree. So you're going to need to have access to Mayan, which all of you already do. Just go through Clever. Okay, open up the Mayan app and then you can type in the search From Seed to Pine Tree. I'm also going to have the link straight to the book on EDSB, so that's also an option. All right, here are our learning targets for today. Today I will read pages 1 through 7 of a scientific text titled From Seed to Pine Tree, so I can understand the life cycle of a plant using the text's scientific vocabulary and text features. I know I'll have it when I can understand the life cycle of a plant with help from the scientific vocabulary and the text features. Scientific vocabulary are those big vocabulary words that apply to that scientific text. So you're only going to be really seeing them when you're reading that informational text about that science. And text features are things that we know already. We've done a lot of lessons on them. They're the title, the glossary, index, table of contents, captions, photographs, all those things. You guys know. Here is what I need you guys to do for ELA today. Here's your to-do list. First thing is you need to log on to Mayan and find the story From Seed to Pine Tree. Remember, there's going to be a link already connected to that story on EDSB, so you can either go through Clever and search for it yourself, or you can go ahead on EDSB and click the link. You're going to read pages 1 through 7 of the text. You are not going to read the whole text today because we're going to be reading this text throughout the entire week. So you're only reading the cover, pages 1 through 7 of the text today. Then you're going to answer these questions on EDSB by the end of the day. So what it's going to look like is the questions are going to be on there. You're going to be able to write in your responses on the questions, and hopefully if everything goes well, you should not be able to see anyone else's answers because they'll be sent to me. So question 1 says, how do the image and caption on page 5 contribute to the text on page 4? So you're going to tell me, how does the image and the caption on page 5 relate to the text on page 4? How does it help contribute to what you learned from the words on page 4? The second question is, using the information on pages 6 and 7, What evidence does the author give to explain how a tiny brown seed becomes a towering pine tree? Using the information on pages 6 and 7, what evidence does the author give to explain how a tiny brown seed becomes a towering pine tree? So you're going to tell me, what did the author use? What is the evidence that the author gave to explain how a seed becomes a tree? And the last question is, what does the word germinate mean as it's used on page 6? So that's one of those scientific vocabulary questions. What does that word germinate mean? So you have to read it on page 6 and use context clues. Maybe you can use a text feature to help you understand what that word germinate means. Complete your writing assignment once you've finished your reading assignment. Okay, we're going to do writing second. Here are our writing learning targets. Today I will use information from a text that I'm reading independently, so I can recall important information from that text. We want to be able to find out what is the important information, the important events that are happening in that text, and I want to be able to tell somebody about what that is. So I know I'll have it when I can write a journal entry about those important points of what I'm reading. So here's your to-do list for today. You should be reading a book of your choice, whether it's from iReady or Mayan or a text from your house or the library. You're reading a book of your choice. You should be reading that text for 30 minutes. 30 minutes. After reading, I want you to answer one of these questions. You do not have to answer all 3. You're just going to pick one. Here are the 3 questions. What do you love about the book that you're reading? What surprised you in your book? Or what is your favorite part of the book so far? Your journal entry should be at least 5 sentences long. Remember, you are 4th graders and we love sentence variety. Okay, we do not write kindergarten sentences. We do not write the cat is black. The drink is cold. We don't write like that. Okay, we have good, big, long sentences, maybe even a little short sentence. We're using all those crafts that we love when we're giving our answer for those 5 sentences. I want you guys to post your journal entry on Edsby. So you will go in and you will actually post on the class feed. That is the time for you to post on the class feed. Now, last but not least, remember, if you have a question about anything, make sure that you message me through the messaging icon on Edsby. Do not post if you need to get in touch with me. You need to message me separately. Okay, if you have any questions, please, please, please reach out to me. And that is all for today. I hope you guys do well on this. And if you have any questions, again, please, please, please message me.